everyone, it's Hannah. I am back to share a collection I recently bought and to show some vinyl finds. So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's just jump right into it. Check out my new Depeche Mode sweatshirt. So I found someone locally who was selling some records and they gave me just a great deal for 80 records. So I'm going to show the highlights. A lot of these are already spoken for. I am doing trades with people or selling them. I think I'm only keeping 5 to 10 of these records for myself. I'll show you some of the highlights. So first one is Bird's Mono, Younger Than Yesterday. And it's VG plus or better condition. I mean, just amazing. One of my essential Birds records. It's probably my number one, tied with Notorious Bird Brothers. At least that's my current ranking of the Birds. So that was the first cool thing in there. Of course, I just bought this one recently, but Tommy James and the Shondells, Crimson and Clover. I recently bought an 80s reissue. I'm not sure if this is an original or not. I haven't looked it up, but Roulette, Essential 60s album, 60s pop. You got I Am a Tangerine, Crystal Blue Persuasion, Sugar on Sunday, and Crimson and Clover. A Who comp I did not have on vinyl, Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, which this is one of the ones I am going to keep. A nice gatefold. And there's the band right there. Here's the track listing. I mean, if you've followed me all along, you know the Who are my number one favorite band of all time. These guys are my number two. Sometimes these guys are my number one though. I don't know. It just depends on the week, probably. Blondie Parallel Lines, which this is actually my first Blondie on vinyl. I am keeping this one. This I just played the other night. It's probably a VG copy of Yardbird's Greatest Hits. That's on Epic. 2 copies of Don't Shoot Me, I'm Only the Piano Player, Elton John. You got some War in here, Joe Walsh, James Gang. So I now have box tops in my collection. Of course, this is Alex Chilton's first band, Alex Chilton from Big Star. So included in here, which I am keeping, is Nonstop. And then we've got The Letter, Neon Rainbow. I'm not going to show all the labels, but Bell Records label, and then their last album, Cry Like a Baby. This one, which I've never seen this one in any store on vinyl, so that was really neat. I love their cover of You Keep Me Hanging On. Really worth hearing their version. I was really excited that those were in there. Was really surprised to find Badfinger's Straight Up album in the bunch. So the cover is not the best, but the vinyl, amazingly, it's VG plus to near mint, I would have to say. It's, yeah, I don't know if you guys can kind of see. It is amazing condition. It's on that Apple label. I already had this, so this is going to someone else, but really cool that was in there. Some Creedence was in there, Willie and the Poor Boys. I already had that, as well as Green River. I did a review on this album a couple years ago. I was able to add to my Buddy Miles collection. Really excited about that. So 3 of his albums were included. This was an extra. Them Changes, absolutely necessary. And Buddy Miles is from Omaha. I don't know if you guys knew that. So hometown legend for sure. And then I think this is his second album, We Got to Live Together. Gatefold, soul, funk, bluesy, played with Hendrix, I think Santana, highly talented musician. And then A Message to the People, which I don't really see these too often. I see them changed a lot, but not these other 2. And Message to the People is on Mercury. So how about that? I mean, some of these are really great. And I think that's probably all I wanted to show. But it was a collection of 80 records. I got a really good deal. There's some Chicago, Cat Stevens, Best of the Guess Who, some Doobie Brothers, which, you know, I'm passing a lot of these on. Yeah, I'm really paring down the collection lately as far as classic rock. Always nice to stumble upon a collection for a decent price, you know? Let's move on to other finds that I've actually had probably for 6 months or more. I just haven't gotten around to showing them. This first one, I found this one in South Dakota. I'm a big fan of Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood, their collaborations. So this is an album I had never seen before. And yeah, the cover is kind of shot, but is this their second? I don't know if this is their second collaboration album or not, but yeah, it's just called Nancy and Lee Again. It's on RCA. Not as good as their first album, which a lot of people mention and talk about, which is on the orange cover, but I have to say this was a good listen. I'm still glad I found this because, I don't know, they were a good team when they made some music together. What do I want to show next? Oh, I want to thank, I've gotten some really awesome records from people in this community the past few months. I want to thank Elijah. He sent me a record all the way from Serbia. And it didn't take too long to get here, actually. So he sent me Japan's Tin Drum, which sounds amazing. This is a Yugoslavian pressing. It was pressed at, okay, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Hugoton record plant, which I guess is no longer there. It's on Virgin Records. Sounds so good. So prior to this, I had Adolescent Sex, which is their first album, and then A Quiet Life. So I had those two albums already. This is by far my favorite album I've heard from them. It's a very lush, sophisticated record, just an intoxicating blend of sounds and instrumentation. They're kind of known as art rock, or they're part of that new romantic movement of the early 80s. How about that bassist, Mick Karn, with the fretless bass? I guess he also plays African flute on here. Incredible record, incredible album. I still need to pick up Gentlemen Take Polaroids. But, so, yeah, I wanted to show this and thank Elijah all the way in Serbia. Thank you, sir, for sending me this. This is now a top favorite of mine. Kind of expanding on Japan, I wanted to show two records that are related, and these are from David Sylvian, who was the leader of Japan. So he had a pretty good solo career after Japan, and here's his first solo record. It's called Brilliant Trees, and this is a New Zealand pressing. It's on Virgin Records. I found this locally of all places. There's a new record store here in Omaha called Vinyl Cup. It's downtown. So nice to have another record store in the mix, as we lost 3 of them last year. Okay, and then I found Secrets of the Beehive. This is probably his most well-known solo record. It is beautiful. I don't know, his voice is just like a warm blanket. It's very comforting. His music is kind of jazzy and atmospheric. It just sounds really good on the stereo. This is also on Virgin Records. Excellent copies here. So I am kind of going through a big Japan and David Sylvian solo phase right now. Let me know what you guys think of David and Japan. Let me show kind of a newish band. This is a band called Subterraneos, and it's their release called Take a Ride. This was released in 2018. They are a group from Spain. The members are Monica Agudo and Jay Vega. They kind of remind me of Mazzy Star. Beautiful vocals, kind of neo-psychedelia, pretty chill overall. Give it a spin. Again, this came out in 2018. Very much worth checking out. I'm going to show some CDs because I've been buying used CDs like crazy during the pandemic. I don't know about you guys, but let's get started here. So this one I found downtown a few months ago at Homer's for $5. I was like, yeah, I can always use some more small faces in my personal collection. This is just called Ultimate Collection. It is a 2-disc set. So disc 1 has the Decca Sessions, and disc 2 contains their immediate material. So yeah, I could not believe this is only $5. So I have a pretty decent Small Faces collection already. My first boyfriend introduced them to me, as he did The Damned and Depeche Mode and a lot of bands. I have him to thank for a lot of my musical taste, but Small Faces Ultimate Collection, nice pickup, nice cheap pickup. All right, another CD I'm going to show before getting onto some vinyl. The Essential Radio Birdman. I bought this on Discogs, which I don't buy too much on Discogs. I prefer eBay lately during the pandemic. But yeah, I had to go the Discogs route for this because it was, I just found the best deal on there. So this is a band from Australia. This is covering their period 1974 to 1978. So they were influenced by MC5, the Stooges, they're proto-punk, punk. I really enjoy them, and I'm glad I picked up this little compilation. So Radio Birdman, let me know what you guys think of them. Dean and Ross over at the Trigger Boy Vinyl. Joy Division. Yes, I found this for $3 in Lincoln, which it's probably been 2 months since I've gone down to Lincoln just because of the COVID surge. I've been trying to stay away from a lot of record stores. This is called Permanent, Joy Division 1995, and it's just a compilation. I mean, we can all use another Joy Division compilation, am I right? I'm going through a huge post-punk phase right now for some reason. I don't know, just maybe because the times are so dark at the moment, but really enjoying some post-punk. It's not gonna show. It's got 16 tracks, excuse me. Yeah, their music has just really been resonating with me as of late, and continuing with Joy Division. I bought 2 of their deluxe expanded CD sets. So Unknown Pleasures, of course, I already have this on vinyl. I have an original, in fact. So did I need this? Probably not, but it has an extra disc of material, so I get sucked in, right? So the extra disc is a show that was recorded at the Factory in Manchester on July 13th, 1979. So, wonderful set right there. And then, of course, I bought the collector's edition of Closer, their second album. Again, I already have these on vinyl. In fact, I have 2 pressings of Closer on vinyl. I have an original as well as the recent reissue. So certain bands you just want to collect various pressings, various editions. Why not? You know you do it. So the second disc contains a show from February 8th, 1980, University of London Union. So I don't know, I thought these were kind of essential, and I got them for a decent price on eBay. Okay, let's show another record. I now have 5 Ramones albums on vinyl, and this is End of the Century. Did you guys know this was produced by Phil Spector, this particular album? Which is kind of unique, right? I was reading some reviews on this. A lot of people don't like that they covered Baby I Love You. I actually don't mind it too much, but there's some really choice songs on here, like Danny Says, Do You Remember Rock and Roll Radio? I like the last track a lot, High Risk Insurance, and of course, Rock and Roll High School. So, End of the Century, and it's on Sire. I want to talk about another post-punk band that I found when I was kind of doing some research. I frequent a website called allmusic.com quite a bit. If I like a band, they usually give me recommendations or similar artists and bands, so I just find that to be a really useful tool. And I found this band called Nocturnal Projections, and this is the complete studio recordings. Kind of a lost post-punk band from New Zealand. They were only around from 1981 to 1983. 2 brothers were in this band, the Jeffries brothers, Graham and Peter. if you like the Fall, Wire, Joy Division, Swell Maps, you guys need to hear Nocturnal Projections. I'll try to include a little song clip. I'm not including as many song clips this time because I just kind of need a break from that for my last video. It takes me a long time to do. And you know, with the copyright, it's just kind of difficult. I know you guys appreciate it, so I will do it. I will include them where I can. Nocturnal Projections. I'm going to show another CD set by Magazine. Another Discogs buy, because this is a band I just cannot find their albums anywhere. I always look, just no luck, you know. And this is a cool CD set of their first two albums, Real Life and Secondhand Daylight. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 album set right there. So after Howard Devoto left the Buzzcocks, he formed Magazine, and they were a post-punk band from the late 70s, kind of art rock-ish and new wave and punk. Really great sound. Love the song Parade a lot. Shot by Both Sides. These are both really solid albums, and I would like to find more in the future. Probably go the CD route, to be honest, because their vinyl is just really expensive right now. I think we do need reissues of Magazine's material. Found the second album from the Dream Syndicate called Medicine Show. Right here. I probably could have included this in my Jangle Pop and Power Pop update, but I'm just going to show it right here. And it's on A&M Records. So yeah, it's their follow-up to Days of Wine and Roses. I don't think it's as good as Days of Wine and Roses, but what is? I mean, nothing can top that album from them in my book. But you have some really good songs. Still Holding On to You, Bullet with My Name on it, John Coltrane Stereo Blues. Excellent guitar work on here. So again, they're college rock band, jangle pop, kind of Americana. We're checking out, and I featured them in my Jangle Pop series. I'm going to show some more CDs, if that's okay with you. Cloakroom, and I recently discovered this band from, I think, a Vinyl Community member commented on one of my shoegaze videos saying, "Oh, have you heard this band?" No, I had not, but now I am a huge fan. So Cloakroom, Further Out. I don't remember if this is their first or second album, but if I recall, they only have 2 albums. Very heavy guitars. If you like hum, you're probably gonna dig these guys. Yeah, just a heavy guitar sound with some shoegaze. I really love this album right here. I'm gonna get their other albums soon. So thank you to that member who mentioned them to me. Okay. Continuing on with post-punk and the darker side of rock, I had to get this Bauhaus 5 CD collection that I found on Get Import CDs, which is kind of my addiction website. Like, I buy so many albums off of there because they have the 20% sale going on usually. And I didn't previously have anything from these guys before, so I just went with this route, and it contains first album, self-titled, Mask, which I just listened to earlier today again. The Sky's Gone Out, and Burning from the Inside. I have not heard this one yet. And then the last one is just, I think it's a collection of singles. Let's see here. Yeah, singles 1980 to 1983. So let me know what you guys think of this band. I'm just now getting into them. I was kind of late to the party. But yeah, it's Peter Murphy's band, Daniel Ash, David J. Excellent stuff. I love the rhythm section in post-punk, the bass lines. So that's a nice set to seek out if you didn't know this was out there. It's a better view of that. Found a Mojave 3 CD. This is their first album. I don't really see their albums much, so I wanted to be sure to get this one. Members from Slow Dive, Neil Halstead, Rachel Goswell are in this group, and it's different from Slow Dive. It's more mellow, low-key, chill after a long day. Just sit back, listen to the soothing sounds of Mojave 3, and yeah, I just love this album right here. Mercy, I can see your heart, I can feel. Okay, trying to think if I want to show. No, I'm going to save those for my Power Pop and Jangle Pop update video, which I am going to put out next. I think I'm going to stop there. Wait a minute, no. I'm going to show one more CD. Post-punk. A band I'm now obsessed with, and my friend Jess introduced them to me. Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. Again, a band from the 80s. Got that goth and post-punk sound going on, and this is just a compilation of best of. Some of my favorite songs on here: Talk About the Weather, Hollow Eyes, what's another one? Walking on Your Hands, and Heaven. I love Heaven. So I'm gonna try to include a clip of them right now. To the skin, you wanna talk about the weather. Saturation is our point. Are you walking on your hands? Are you walking on your hands? That's pretty much all I want to talk about right now. The rest of that collection I bought was mainly 60s classic rock, some soul. A lot of it's pretty standard stuff. So I want to also say thank you to Ian. I did an awesome trade with Patrick, who he's on Instagram, but I will give him a better shout out in my Power Pop and Jangle Pop update video, because that's what that is, the stuff he sent me when we did the trade. But yeah, Danny sent me an awesome mix CD. I'll also give a proper shout out to Jay, Green Palm Music, in a future video. He sent me some lovely albums all the way from Canada. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to kind of pop in, show some cool pieces from that collection and some recent finds. I'll be back soon with a Power Pop update. I'm probably gonna have to split it up into 2 videos, you guys. It's gonna be covering some awesome Power Pop and Jangle Pop pickups from the last probably 6 months. So please stick around for that, and thank you for watching. Bye!